don't understand the Nora update. I used all my elite fragments and Nora fragments and still could only get her last skill to 2 out of 5, even if I completed all the Nora events and traded my elite fragments for Nora legendary fragments. The skill would only be at 2 out of 5, so I can't max her. There's no other ways to acquire her fragments, so I can't awaken her. She's useless without being awakened, so why even make the game like this? Like, I don't understand this, dude. You give us a free legendary champion, but you can't get fragments for her. You can only get a certain amount of fragments for her. She doesn't become good until she's fully awakened, but you can't fully awaken her. There's no way to acquire these fragments to fully awaken her. You can get her pretty close to being fully awakened, but that's about as good as a swing and a miss in a baseball game. You can be close to hitting a home run, but in the end, if it's just a pop fly and the guy catches it, you're out. There doesn't matter. You're not getting a home run, so... Hey guys, what's going on? It's Andrew here with another episode of Doomsday Last Survivors. Today there's a pretty big update for the game. I was just logging into the game and noticed that there's going to be a pretty significant change to one of the characters in the game. So I'm going to take you through, show you how to get this character fully maxed without having to use legendary fragments and legendary items instead, which you can do with this character. Well, let me just show you. It'll be much easier if I just show you. The first thing that you're going to want to do is just watch the video from beginning to end. Don't do anything. Unless you know exactly what you're doing, don't do it. So you're going to want to update the game, first of all. Update the game. I play on my PC, so I'm just updating on my PC right now. It's the Pacific Rim update for Doomsday. If you're a new player, this probably won't pertain a whole lot to you. But if you've been playing the game for quite some time, one of the characters in the game, one of the elite characters in the game has been upgraded to a legendary character in the game. And I'm going to show you guys that character right now. Once it loads up here. Okay. So you'll find it over here, over in the event section, and Nora's Metamorphosis. I just noticed something. Yeah, they really did a good job on the chest. Anyways, enough about that. We're not really going to get into that a whole lot. But the point is that I'm trying to make to you guys is that Nora once was, I think, Shinju or something like that. Then they changed her name, then they changed her character. No one still used her, she's still not that good. And then now she's actually been upgraded to what I think is a legitimate, if nothing more, a legitimate, if you can get her upgraded for absolutely free, she'll be very good for your account because she'll, well, let's just take a look at her skill kit here. I'm not really going to explain a whole lot. Don't click on that. Do not click that, okay? Whatever you do, do not click this. I'm gonna tell you what to do before clicking that. So here we have Nora, okay? She's still an elite champion. And as you can see here, there's a thing in the lower bottom left-hand section that says raise grade. Okay, right here. Do not click that right away. We have some work to do first before we click that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here and we're going to look at her upgraded skill kit, okay? Or her, yeah, this is her non-upgraded skill kit, okay? So this is what happens when you upgrade her. This is her awakened, upgraded version. They don't show anything else, but this is enough for me to like consider maxing her immediately before converting her to a legendary champion. Because before you convert her to a legendary champion, you can still use elite fragments and such. I have a ton of them saved up because I don't really level up elite champions all that much. Plus, I was saving for top commander. But the problem is, if you level her up before, if you make her into a legendary champion, before leveling her up and maxing her fully, once you convert her to a legendary champion, you're gonna have to pay legendary fragments, which means legendary stars and legendary puzzle pieces in order to level up her skills. So what I want you to do instead, and what I'm going to be doing right now instead, is I have resources saved up. I could probably take her to 60 right now, or at the very least 6-star her right now, which is the most important thing, is 6-starring her using elite fragments. Even though it's not top commander, I think it's still worth it in this one instance to do it if you have the resources, because once you convert her, you won't be able to use those fragments that we're going to be able to use right now. So she can actually go up to 6 stars now at level 50 using all these elite fragments. So I'm just going to auto select, rank up. That should bring her to 4 stars, now 5. And rank up. Now I have to auto select again because I'm out of those ones. Boom. Might have to auto select again here. There we go. Now I can just click, click, click. And that should take her to 6 star. Boom, 6 star. Now I can upgrade her skills. Fully max her skills. I would not recommend doing this in any other situation, but in this current situation, it's actually really good benefits because her awakened skill gives you extra research time. So what you do here when you run out of Nora fragments is you click the plus sign. Wait a moment. Wait, so are you telling me that you can't actually level up her skills with generic epic puzzle pieces? Okay. That's actually pretty stupid. That's actually depressing. That's actually crazily depressing. If you look at this skill here after awakening, increases range squad by 20%, attack by 20, defense by 20, and also reduces the time for all researches in the lab by 5 hours, by 0.5 hours, and increases research speed by 12%. It's unfortunate that they wouldn't allow us to do that, but, you know, it is what it is. And then they offer me elite puzzle pieces to level up this. So I just wasted all those resources to level her up. I mean, they're not wasted resources per se, but they, like, honestly, I think that it's kind of a shame that you can only, okay, Nora's gift. What's Nora's gift? Okay, so the Nora's gift event will only give you 6, 7, 8, only like 26. Okay. 1 for 1. Okay. Exchange. Okay, this is good. All right, perfect. So I just went to this 1 for 1 section here and I was able to exchange. This is the best deal you're ever going to get. Elite hero fragments for Nora fragments specifically. And then you can get the rest of her fragments in this event here. I think we might have enough now to level this. Okay, never mind. Well, this isn't looking great. I mean, how am I supposed to level this up and then this up? 70 just to level it up once. Like, I honestly don't really care, but I care at the same time because it's like, what is even the point? What is even the point here? I don't like this update. At all. At all. Well, I figured I would do it on my account first just to make sure that it is possible. And I figured it would be, but it's not. Like, you can't level her up. So they gave you a free legendary champion that you can't level up. There's no one on this earth, unless you're a big fat whale, who's going to have hundreds and hundreds of spare Nora puzzle pieces that you can just level up. Now, I don't even remember because this hero was never, I never looked at this hero before the update. I never considered if this hero was upgradable or not with generic puzzle pieces. Like if you convert some generic puzzle pieces to Nora puzzle pieces, I don't even know, bro. It's pretty depressing, I gotta admit. She's pretty good. Reduces counter damage received by 70%. Basic attacks have a 20% chance to reduce enemy defense. Increases range squad attack and defense. Increases range squad HP and basic attack damage. Bonus damage factor 3750 and attack 46%. I mean, it's not bad. It's honestly, like, the best thing about her and her kit is the upgraded research speed. 12% research speed is a lot, especially once you get to the higher levels. But the problem is that they're not even allowing you to use generic gold puzzle pieces to upgrade this person now. So it's like, she's just about as hard to upgrade as Catherine Calamity. And you have to pay to upgrade her, so I don't know how this is going to work. But I think they really messed up here. I mean, hold on a minute. Do I have any more? Or was that all? Did I just give them all? Okay, you know what? This is actually kind of cracked. I'm pretty sure I just gave them all of my epic fragments. So my purple fragments, if I had more, they would have given me more. Is that true? Because I don't see any more here. So I guess what that means is that you can actually... Oh, this is actually good. I went from like thinking it was bad to thinking it was good. All of your... Wait a minute. Can you only exchange a certain amount? I'm starting to get befuddled here by this. So you can exchange a certain amount here, and then you can get a certain amount here. But it looks to me like to upgrade her here, it might... Are you serious, bro? It's going to cost 70 for the first upgrade, and then probably like 80 for the next. So it's potentially going to cost you another 300 fragments just to upgrade and get her awakened. Well, the good thing is, honestly, I don't even build out range, so now I have a decent ranged hero to work with. But yeah, this update wasn't good for me. I'm not one of the people that just go in and like read about the update and see, oh, like, you know, you can upgrade Nora now, but we won't give you enough fragments to actually fully awaken her. If you want to do that, you're gonna have to suck a lot of dick. I don't know. Like, what the hell are they even doing here, man? What are they doing? It looks like they're just making you waste resources to level up a hero that isn't even going to get fully leveled up by using the beneficiary leveling up system that they've created for you. You're going to level her up 90%, but she doesn't actually become good until she's 100% maxed. So there's not really any... Like, I did it on my account, whatever. It is what it is, but I honestly don't recommend upgrading her. Unless you can fully max her, I don't recommend upgrading her, because there's no point. You're just wasting resources. Like, you saw the amount of resources that I just wasted to try and accomplish this goal. Well, there's nowhere that would have told me that I couldn't do that. You know, the way that they made it look was, oh, you're just going to be able to max her. You know, no problem whatsoever. No, you're actually only going to be able to 90%, maybe 90, 95% max her. And then where are you getting the rest of those fragments from to max her out? Because even if you could use generic gold puzzle pieces to max her out, I'm not going to use them on her anyways, because she's not that good of a hero. She's a free hero. You know? Yeah, so kind of pissed. But at the same time, it is what it is. I'm not, it's just a video game, so it's like whatever, right? But we spend a lot of time farming resources and stuff like that in this game. These resources take, you know, months to farm. And, you know, it's not fun when they make us waste resources without actually giving us the full benefits of, which in my opinion wouldn't have even been that much. A 10% research buff permanently is not really, it's not even that good. Like, it's not like they're giving you a free upgraded hero equipment all the way to like max. You know what I mean? They're just giving you a small research buff. So I don't think it's that good. I'm pretty annoyed right now, to say the least. Let me know what you guys think. Did you guys get a chance to fully max her right away? Is there something that I'm missing here? I don't know, but I have her at 6 stars. I have her skills all the way almost to max, but the last one I can't do because I don't have Nora fragments. I don't have any elite fragments. And even if I did, they wouldn't even be close to enough to fully maxing this skill anyways, because I think I can get another 39. It's showing 39 here, so I can get 39. That's enough to upgrade half of this, half of the 1/5 of the skill. And then I have to find the other 4, you know, so that's enough to upgrade this skill here to 2, and then I have to go 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's, you know, that's brutal, man. How am I going to do that? I'm not going to do it with this. You're going to get like 26 more fragments from here, and then where are you collecting her fragments from? Is it here? You can't even get them from here, so you can't even get them from here. So you're not getting them from here. I don't know. Maybe I'll just go read the upgrade note. I don't know. New hero Jack Bront, obtained from the Lucky Gacha event. New hero gear, new biochemical beasts, new squad skin that'll cost thousands of dollars to obtain. New shelter skin that's going to cost you like $1,000 to obtain. New vehicle, it's going to cost you roughly $1,000 to obtain. Unless you get incredibly lucky, like winning the lottery type lucky, which is just not happening. And then shelters decorations, which is probably going to be for free, but nobody cares about that. You can claim this daily here. How did I get here? Just by clicking this here. So you click here, news, and then you click go. And then you click here, Doomsday Last Survivors times Pacific Rim webpage now live, the top one here, and then click go, and it should bring you right here, which is, so I'm assuming it's sort of going to be like a B-Duck event. Okay, so we've got something going on here. Alright, cool. So you've seen that. I don't know. What do you guys think of this? I don't think it's much worse than the B-Duck one. So you got your points here. You collect your daily share points as well. Please share the page with others in the upper right hand corner. So you go here, click share, there you go, and then you can come here and collect these points as well. And then you can just refresh the page. Eventually you'll get your points. I would recommend just saving the points up until you have 500 points for one try here. But you can win randomly a bunch of these prizes here, which is, you know, it's free stuff, so it is what it is, right? Take a couple minutes to refresh, but you will get your points daily. You can do that daily, and then just click that and you'll get random rewards. So I'm trying to find the Nora update though, specifically, which I haven't been able to find. Maybe it's on their Discord. Went ahead and posted this in the Doomsday Discord, in the version 1.939 feedback Discord. Don't understand the Nora update. I used all my elite fragments and Nora fragments and still could only get her last skill to 2 out of 5, even if I completed all the Nora events and traded my elite fragments for Nora legendary fragments. The skill would only be at 2 out of 5, so I can't max her. There's no other ways to acquire her fragments, so I can't awaken her. She's useless without being awakened, so why even make the game like this? Like, I don't understand this, dude. You give us a free legendary champion, but you can't get fragments for her. You can only get a certain amount of fragments for her. She doesn't become good until she's fully awakened, but you can't fully awaken her. There's no way to acquire these fragments to fully awaken her. You can get her pretty close to being fully awakened, but that's about as good as a swing and a miss in a baseball game. You can be close to hitting a home run, but in the end, if it's just a pop fly and the guy catches it, you're out. There doesn't matter. You're not getting a home run. So it would have been a home run if they had given us enough fragments to fully awaken the Nora, but there was no heads up about this. When they changed her from Shinju to Nora, there was a little bit of there was no inclination that they would increase her rarity from elite to legendary, and that they would make her skill, her awakened skill, give you 12% more research speed, which is a huge buff if you consider the fact that you can get the research buff from the Archipelago raid. Sometimes the research buff will be like a 10% research buff that you can get from the Archipelago raid. You can get a 10% region research buff, and then occasionally even a further 10% region research buff for all. And then you can get the 12% research buff from Nora, plus you can upgrade your research in your base to give you an extra, I believe, let me check it because I'm actually upgrading it myself right now. It's under economic technology and higher science. So you can actually, don't start your research, folks. I would, if there was one thing I could go back and do all over again, if I could change the way that I played the game at the beginning of the game, I would have changed this one thing. Upgrade higher science as soon as you possibly can to level 10. Because it's going to give you an additional 20% research speed on all of your research for the rest of time. This is going to cut down your huge research times, like 60-day researches and 50-day researches, by like 7 or 8 days. You need to do this research, dude. This is absolutely essential. And if we compare that with the Nora, 12%, and it's all added on to each other. So 20% research speed plus 10% research speed from the region buff. And then if they have the region all buff on, it's like 42% research speed. And the Nora buff. And then your personal region buff that you can ask for just by asking your region manager about getting that buff specifically for you, just so that you can do your upgrades. That's like an additional 50 potentially, and then the one from the Archipelago raid, that's an additional like 50 to 60% research speed. Okay, if you're counting that some of these T6 researches take 40 plus days to accomplish, this is going to be massive for your account. Okay, 1,000 days of research speed is instantly going to be cut down to 800 days of research speed. That's 200 days of research speed. That's almost that's more than half a year that you don't have to wait for your research to finish. So don't tell me that Nora's irrelevant. Okay, this guy here, I don't know what this guy is talking about here, but he has absolutely no clue what he's talking about. 12% research speed is incredible. If you can awaken the skill for free, it would be incredible. Now, if I have to actually go and like pay for it, pay for her fragments, or use my generic gold puzzle pieces to level her up, or go out and acquire these fragments through some type of event that I could have got a different item from that was much more valuable in the long run for me, yes, it's going to be quite a piss off. But if you can just get her for free, like say for example, you can get Hank Janowitz fragments for free from the shop, or like from the memory trip, or say like Jaden fragments from this area right here. If they're going to have Nora, I believe that they used to have Nora fragments. Like you could get the character that Nora used to be in this very spot right here, and or right here in this radar station events, right here. Occasionally you might see them in here, and that would be okay, but you know what? Even still, it's still going to take you like a frickin' year to get the rest of those fragments that are required just to level up the last part of that skill. That's the biggest, that's like the longest stretch of skill that's unleveled. That's going to take so much, even to just level it up one time. You're going to need like 80 to 100 fragments just to level it up one time. Yeah, I'm not liking this. Not liking this at all. I don't think it's good what they've done here. I'm gonna post this video with all of my misinformation even at the beginning of the video, because that's honestly, that's the genuine confusion that like 99% of the players in this game are going to experience when they log into the game. So hopefully you guys saw this video, and hopefully you guys understand that the moral of the story is today with Nora, do the exchange. I would highly recommend doing the exchange. Do the 1-for-1. Get as many Nora fragments for the Elite Hero fragments as you possibly can. Complete the Nora's gift event as well. Complete all these. Get her fragments from here. But use as much of her. Like, convert as much. Well, basically what I'm trying to say is don't level her up. Don't awaken her skills. Don't fully level her skills unless you can get her fully awakened right away. Then she'll make a great impact for you right away with that extra research speed. But other than that, treat her like any other hero. Like, you can literally treat her like any other hero. If you're not a range main, then there's no reason for you to be leveling up Nora immediately, unless that's where you're at in the game. But like, there's far better, like Julia, for example, to put your puzzle pieces into. There's plenty of other characters, ranged characters, that you could put your puzzle pieces and your EXP and stuff into, like Lynn. I would do that, but the only thing that I see potential use for Nora as of right now, which separates her from the rest of the pack, which makes her unique and different from other heroes in the game, is that extra research speed. And if you can't get that extra research speed on her, then there's no reason to level her up until you're in Top Commander. To spend all those resources, I'm not even going to put talents on her. I'm going to wait until Top Commander. I thought I would be able to fully max her out today and get that extra 12% research speed, but boy, was I ever wrong. So just with a little simple math here, 70, just estimate 70, 80, 90, 100. It's probably going to cost at least 250 more fragments just to fully max this final skill. So if you don't have at least that many fragments, then I would just recommend holding off until Top Commander, or until you have all the fragments necessary to level her up and max her out. And once you can max her out, she's going to be good for your account. The sooner the better. The sooner the better. But until then, don't worry about it. Don't be like me and waste resources leveling her up and putting stars on her and stuff like that. Well, actually, yeah, you would want to do that. You would want to do that. Put stars on her. Do that, because you can level her up with elite stars, and I don't know how long they're going to let you do that for. Because I'm not finding any information anywhere about this update. Otherwise, I would bring it to your guys' attention right now. But as you saw, I was able to level her up. I was able to rank her up with using elite stars, which is definitely what you want to be doing with this type of a champion. Instead of having to use gold stars, you're able to use those purple stars, which is much better. So you can definitely do that right away. You only need to have her at level 50 to be able to do that. So once you get her to level 50, just stop leveling her up. Put her up to 6 stars. Don't put her talent tree. And then wait for Top Commander to get those points. I guess that's the best way I can say it. And then obviously, save those fragments for Top Commander. Because even if you don't fully max her during Top Commander, but it is your specific Top Commander that you're participating in, well, you'll still get hella Top Commander points for putting that amount of fragments on her. That's the best suggestion that I have for you guys. If you guys want to do it any other way, be my guest, but that's the way I'm going to be doing it. I'm going to be trying to max her out as soon as possible so that I can get that additional research speed so that I can get my T6 research done a lot quicker. But to each their own, right? I got to level all these up to level 5. Wow. Okay. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's all I got for you guys in today's video. We went through a few of the changes. You can read about these changes here on your own time just by going to news and then clicking go, and it'll bring you to the news page for the new update, as well as the event page for the new update as well. I think it's a bust. I don't think this was a great update. I think they could have done a lot better with the Nora, with the changes for the Nora. You know, it is what it is. I was excited about that for about a brief minute, and now I'm just back to not being excited anymore. So with that, I'm getting out of here for today, guys. You will all see me in the next video. Peace out.